Hello everyone. So my name is Shaukat and I am from Halani Immigration Services. So this is my today's session and my topic is credibility in refugee hearing. How the IRB assess your story. It is very important topic if you are applying for a refugee case. So let's start with this session. So first of all, I will let you know about myself. So my name is Shaukat Kamruddin Halani, and I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, that is RCIC-IRB. I am founder and CEO of Halani Immigration Services. My license number is given here. You can check. My license number is R711322. I am a cost and management accountant, and also so far we have dealt with 1250 cases excluding more than 600 TRV cases. Our immigration services include immigration, refugee, citizenship, LMIA, PNP, business immigration, and sponsorship. Before we begin, just would like to let you know that this session this is a session number 4 of our series. To get most out of the today's session, please watch my session from 1 to 3. If you only want to learn about credibility in refugee hearing, so you can start with this session. Otherwise, you can check my playlist about Canada asylum system. There is a complete playlist is on YouTube. Let's start with this topic. Why this session matters. Most IRB decisions turn on credibility. Number one and most important thing in your immigration immigration or I can call it a refugee case. Uh, Even with the strong country evidence, if the claimant is not credible, claim may fail. So, credibility is about truthfulness, consistency, and reliability of your story. It is very important that you should always be truthful, be consistent, and reliable when you are giving your testimony or when you are narrating your story. So let's start with the key indicators of the credibility. So consistency between BOC. BOC means basis of claim form, and your testimony and the evidence. So your consistency matter a lot. Why a decision maker or RPD's member will be relying that why you are credible. So the credibility means your all uh, statements which will you be presenting in IRB, that should be consistent, and not only the consistency but the details also, specific names, dates, places. So your statement should not be vague or generalized. Plausibility means uh, you should tell your story that makes sense to the decision maker. And supporting evidence, document, affidavit, country of origin reports that will backing your claim. So for credibility, these indicators are very essential. I am repeating that thing again. Consistency, detail, plausibility, and supporting evidence will create the credibility in your statements. How contradiction harm claims. So small contradiction, uh, though minor variation can be accepted, but small contradiction can raise big doubts. I'm giving you some examples. Different dates of the same event, that can, that could be a red flag in your story. new incidents added at the hearing that were missing in the BOC. You are telling something else in the BOC form, and you are presenting, or while you are narrating your story in front of decision maker, if that story is different, okay, then that will raise some flags about your credibility. You shouldn't do that. Statement inconsistent with COI. COI stands for country of origin information. Let's suppose if you are from Afghanistan. So that is quite possible that a person, maybe a girl, who is unable to get education in Taliban government regime, people can rely on that statement because country of origin information is matching with the story of that girl. But let's suppose if you are coming from a developed country, European country, from USA, if you are telling that I am unable to get education in those countries, so that will not make any sense. Okay, so IRB member may see as this is as a lack of truthfulness. You should be always truthful in your story, handling memory gap and trauma. So trauma can affect memory and recall. That is completely acceptable. Okay, what strategies you should adopt? Be honest. If you don't remember, just say, I cannot recall the exact date, but it was around that period or something like that. Explain trauma impact through medical or psychological report. Okay, if you are telling anything, you should have a written or a documentary proof. Council can raise this with the member to contextualize gaps. Our lawyer or a consultant can raise that problem while you are narrating anything. So that is completely understandable. Demeanor versus documentary evidence. Demeanor means your body language, tone, eye contact. Uh, so IRB recognize that the cultural and trauma factor affects demeanor. It is completely acceptable. They understand that different people who are introvert, they will not explain properly their story. Okay, that is completely acceptable. But documentary evidence usually outweighs demeanor of consistent and strong. If demeanor is consistent and sometimes your physical appearance is not quite confident, but if you have the documentary evidence, that is completely acceptable. Always anchor your story in documents and COI. Means the document which you are presenting and the country of origin information, those both should be in line. Okay, contradiction should not be there. Role of country of origin information, uh, it is very important, and IRB always uses national document packages to cross check your claims. If you are in Pakistan or in India, if you are telling that I am a certain background and government is against me, let's suppose a Hindu or a Christian in Pakistan can claim that uh, with me there is a discrimination. That is completely acceptable. But a person who is Hindu in India, okay, that is not acceptable, because over there Hindus are vast majority, and over there you cannot consider that there is a systematic discrimination with me. So your story and the national document packages which IRB itself have their research department, and they create those national document packages. Over there countries human right position and all those other important details are there. Okay, so if your story contradicts CUI, credibility is weakened. If your story matches with COI, it strengthens credibility. Best practices for claimants: review your BOC form, okay, and evidence carefully before hearing. I know that everything which is written on BOC is hard to memorize, but if your story is true, you can easily remember all those kind of facts and all those details. Be truthful, never exaggerate. Use specific details, names, dates, and location. Explain honestly. If you forget or do not know something, say, I do not remember that thing. Okay. And work closely with your counsel, or means that is lawyer or your consultant. It is not their case, it is your case. So work closely with them and take as much as detail that is necessary to win this refugee claim. So now I am coming to the quick checklist: preparing for credibility. Review your BOC form thoroughly. Cross check testimony with documents. Highlight a consistent element of your story. Prepare to explain minor gaps if you are feeling that due to any trauma or memory issue, you should explain those things while you are giving your testimony. Avoid rehearse or robotic answer. Okay. Rehearse means rehearsal is necessary, but you should not be like a robot and just reading that testimony or your statement. Just be natural. Always stay calm and truthful in your statements and in your story or in your testimony. Now I am giving you some examples. So these are real cases and real lessons. So race versus Canada. It is 2018's federal court case, and here RPG rejected a claim for the lack of credibility. And remember this thing: RPD is also having some responsibility. The court said that the decision wasn't reasonable because the member didn't clearly explain why they doubted the claimant. If RPD is not clearly mentioning the reasons of the refusal of your case, it is wrong. Not only you are responsible for your story, but RPD should also listen your case, and if they are rejecting your case, they must provide clear reasons. So this is in your favor, that if they are rejecting your claims, they will be mentioning all those facts in the rejection decision. One more case is there: Mackenzie versus Canada. A claimant based on sexual orientation couldn't provide document about being gay due to stigma or risk. The red means refugee appeal division ignored the SOGI stands for sexual orientation gender identity expression guideline. This guideline is available on IRB website. You should also refer to that guideline. Court in this case said this was wrong. Okay. What lesson is coming out of from this case? Lack of documents doesn't mean the lack of truth. If you are unable to, sometimes you cannot provide some document, so that is okay, that is understandable. Member must consider cultural and safety barrier. So it is the onus on members. Okay. Sometimes you are responsible, sometimes a member or the decision maker who is at the refugee protection division is responsible to consider cultural and safety barrier. This is another case, and here RPD focus too much on tiny differences. If in your story there are tiny differences, vocabulary, how you use your vocabulary, it is quite understandable, and it is accepted. But The red said they should have started with the presumption of truth. When you will be telling your story in front of RPD, they will assume that you are telling everything truthfully. Lesson learned from this case is small consistency should not destroy the credibility. The big picture matters. Okay. Uh, and this is the most important slide of my this session. Let's suppose your claim is being rejected by RPD, and the basis of that rejection was no credible basis and manifestly unfounded claim. If they have given these remarks while rejecting your case, then you are highly in trouble. And what is meant by no credible basis? Claims has no chances of success because the evidence is clearly insufficient. You didn't provide evidences that your case is strong. And not only this one, the second one is manifestly unfounded claim. Claim is clearly fraudulent, means you have submitted false documents and you abuse the system, and you didn't submit your claim. You submit and not made the claim in good faith. And what will be the impact of this thing? No right of appeal to the refugee appeal division. Yeah, just see this one. If your claim is being rejected with no credible basis or unfounded claim, you are not able to uh, appeal to the refugee appeal division. And only you have the limited resources available with you, that is judicial review at federal court, and claims may face faster removal from Canada because you are not truthful. So they will be removing you from Canada in a very quickly. So what is the key takeaway from here? The IRB finds a claim NCB, or NCB means no credible basis, or MUC means manifestly unfounded claim. The claimant loses the normal appeal option. So preparation and credibility are critical to avoid this outcome. Now I am wrapping up my session. Credibility is the foundation of every refugee claim. Consistency, detail, and honesty are keys. Even strong evidence can fail without credibility. Credibility is very, very, very important. With preparation, claimant can present their uh, story with confidence. So this is it from my side, and here is the information about my company. If you would like to make your refugee claim, you can contact me. My name is Shaukat Kamruddin Halani. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, RCIC-IRB. And here is my cell phone number, email ID, and website. So thank you very much for listening me. Thank you very much.